So what are all these banks doing out there sending out these notices? They're taking the house.
Could you repeat that?
Say that again. Federal.
Under Title 12, and I think it's going to be section, and forgive me because, like I said, I didn't get prepared for this, so I got to go from memory, but I can send it to you. I think it's section 2467, but I'm not sure. That only the Secretary of Housing and Urban Development can foreclose on a home. Now, why is that? Because all loans for mortgages are federally related loans. It doesn't have to be an FHA loan. It's a federally related loan. Pardon? That's different. If you fill, I don't care if it's a jumbo loan. If you filled out something called a 1003, which is an application for a mortgage, that makes your loan a federally related loan. How does it? Well, it's not factual evidence, but it's, yes, that's right. And guess what? We get enough of that evidence in the court, and they've got a mountain to climb. Okay, so we got something else that's going on here. The Secretary of the Housing and Urban Development has to, in order to foreclose on a home, they have to appoint what's called a foreclosing commissioner. This is also in Title 12, which is the banking codes, which I'll send it to you. Okay. And in there, they have specific requirements for the commissioner that the Secretary of HUD announces or appoints to be the foreclosure commissioner. First of all, he has to appoint one for each county. Secondly, they have to live in the county. Third, they can't be working for a trade or business because they're working for the Secretary of Housing and Urban Development. So now, we know what? A bank can't be appointed. You had a question? What would be a conflict of interest?
The party of interest, the bank, and who works for the bank is a housing and urban development.
That's right. That'd be a conflict of interest. So we got a couple of things here. The bank can't hold the note. They have to buy it and sell it. Well, we know that the law says they have to be the note holder in order to be able to foreclose. I mean, there's so much case law on that, it's unbelievable. And I can send it to you. I have it. You have a question?
No, it's interesting because the foreclosure law in the state of California says that the banks don't have to provide an original copy of the note in order to foreclose.
And it's sold.
Really?
Yeah. I can get you a copy.
Really? Well, let me tell you something. Under California law cannot usurp a Supreme Court decision. I'll take you to a case. This is one of the very first cases I came across. It's a very old case, goes back to the 1800s, and it's a very good case, very interesting case, called Monroe Cattle Company versus Becker. It was a foreclosure case. Anybody ever hear of that case? Nobody. Okay, this is why you need to go to the law library. Let me tell you this was a foreclosure case. Oh yeah, Becker was the sheriff and Monroe Cattle Company was the guy that lost his ranch. Becker went out and took this guy's ranch. Well, there were some very interesting things that came up in this case. And guess what? Monroe Cattle Company got their ranch back. But let me tell you how this worked. What they did is they sent out the notice, and they sent the notice in Monroe Cattle Company, the principal owner. They named him in the notice of foreclosure, and they put his name in all caps. His last name. Guess what the Supreme Court said? If it's not the full Christian name, it's not valid. Now everybody says, well, that's not me when I go into the court. That's the all caps. Let me tell you what the courts have ruled and what's on the books today. It's in the rules of the court. When you first show up at court, you got to file a motion making demand that they change it to upper and lower case. And by law, they're required to do it.
That's any suit, not just foreclosure.
That's any case. I don't care what case it is.
I'm sorry, say that again, you have to ask the court to do it in order to have standing.
Has to be the first thing you do. It's like when you walk into the court and you don't want to submit yourself to the jurisdiction of the court, so what do?
Make it your court.
Here by special appearance. Yes. You don't even have to say special appearance only. You just say here by special appearance. That's that's a good thing to add. Yes.
If you're going in, you got a ticket. You want to go to court and make a motion to change the all upper case to mixed case.
To the real man.
Is that what you're saying? No.
Christian.
To the Christian appellation, upper and lower case.
What does
To
the upper
the
and lower case do?
full Christian name.
But what does that do?
Doesn't change anything. It just gets the entity out from between you and the court. Doesn't change the proceedings or anything. That's why everybody makes a big deal out of it. So what?
So I just want to know how they changed the case to upper and lower case.
Yeah, if you want, go ahead and file a motion or file a judicial notice and say, this is the proper spelling of my name. I'm here as a third-party intervener, or I'm here by special appearance for the record.
Yeah, act in the capacity of.
Just tell him that he was.
So, but the proceeding is not changing. It's not changing.
So why do it?
Pardon?
Why do it?
Good question. Why fret about it? Go in there and, okay, they use a term now. I used to say tar baby. I'm going to throw, okay, there's a tar baby. Every time a judge or somebody makes a mistake, I go, well, there's a tar baby. Well, now I'm going to start using spaghetti because I heard that term the other day in the legal industry. They take as much as, because spaghetti, you throw it against the wall, whatever sticks. So they just take a big wad of spaghetti, they throw it against the wall, something sticks. That's what they use. So that's what I'm going to start using the term. I have somebody who I met here recently who went to traffic court. It was kind of interesting, and I've been helping him out a little bit. And he went down there, and this is a sidebar. He went down and I told him, I said, well, while you're down there, get a couple of subpoenas because we're going to subpoena some records. And so he went down there, he goes and he asked for the subpoenas. They give him the subpoenas. Now I told him, I said, they have to sign it and they got to stamp it. So they gave him the subpoenas and then he calls me up and he says, I said, did you get the subpoenas? He said, yeah, I got the subpoenas. I said, are they signed and stamped? He said, no, they wouldn't do it. I said, what do you mean they wouldn't do it? He said, they wouldn't sign and stamp the subpoenas. They said they don't do that. I said, really? I said, go back down there. So the next day he went back down there. Before he went down there, I emailed him the law. You might want to write this down. It's Government Code 1985. In Government Code 19, and while you're there, write down Government Code 1222. And I have the statutes on these too because I never cite it. These are California Government Code. There's if it's a United States code, I'm going to tell you. The federal code is, or I'll say title. I'll use the word title. It's Government Code, and I have these. I can email them to you, but you can also get them online. Okay, 1985 says that. And you have a question?
Yes, but for the government code, what would you go to for the government code?
Okay, I'll tell you what. If you, just to answer your question right now, if you send me an email, I'll send you all the websites that I go to that you can pull cases, federal and state cases. You can download all the federal statutes at large, which I have on my computer, and they're all searchable. They're PDF. If you don't have a full version of Adobe, I suggest you get it. What else do I have that I can send you? I can send you the website where I go to pull the codes and titles for California. And I can send you a website where you can go get that for any state. So if you're here and you're not from California, you can get it from any state.